Coming up on the show today, we've got Jenny Trent Hughes. We, of course... Do you know, have I ever told you how attractive you are? I go as far as to say, I think I love you. Come on, come over here and give me a cuddle. That is the greatest invention of all time. I don't even know what it does. Hey, my friends, welcome. Hope you're very well. It's Big Brother's Little Brother. It's day 61. The time, I believe, is 5:26, I'm being told in a lovely feminine voice. It's a little show that gives you the big picture, or Naomi Koshak as Tufag Bozok, as they say in Iran. Coming up on the show today after yesterday's nomination twist, we're going live to the house as Big Brother announces who's up for eviction only this week. Author Marion Keyes is with us for a little bit of a chinwag. Marion, thank you very much for coming. Relationship expert Jenny Trent Hughes is here, talking all about LUV. Wonderful. And we'll be giving Citizen Science a lesson for life science. It's good for you to join us. Easy. So, anyway, yesterday the housemates nominated for the 9th time, but this time they were voting for the 2 housemates that'd like to stay in the house. The 2 or more housemates with the least nominations to stay will be put to the public vote. So, how will the most unpopular housemates react? We don't know yet, my friends. We're about to find out, because we're about to cross live to the house and find out the results of this week's nominations.
I've got a very big forehead. I've got a proper Tyra Banks forehead. And with my weaves, most of them come that way.
This is Big Brother. The housemates nominated for eviction this week are...
In alphabetical order.
In alphabetical order. Kamal. And Ola.
What a weird combination.
That's it.
No, they've got something down there in the hands.
Shake me out. No. Get ready again. Okay, so I'm actually up this time, yeah?
You don't know
properly, or what's going on?
Exactly.
I'm not going through that again.
Just be prepared.
All of us, just be ready.
Come on, at least she said my name right. Come on.
For the first time she said your name
For the first time.
right.
Even the other day she said my name wrong. I went in there, I was like, listen, what are you doing? It's Kamal. Nothing left to be.
We can all get ready. I'm getting ready.
I still would.
Yeah, about to say, I'm getting ready on Wednesday.
No, not getting ready as in just looking nice.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't get that at all. What don't you get?
My black dress.
What don't you get? What don't you get, Derry?
I'm thinking, and then I'll tell you whether I've got it or not.
Basically, I think what's happened is these 2 have had the least...
Don't analyse.
Yeah. No, I'm not analysing, I'm just saying how it is. How I see it.
Well, that's it, yeah.
That's where I see it as well.
Wow. Quite low-key. But what's Kamal saying? They keep getting his name wrong. What are they calling him? Dave? So, Dave and Orla are up for the chop this week, but the rest is up to you. Who will go on Friday? Remember, for you, it's still a vote who to evict. The lines are open starting from now, and here is how to vote. OK, joining me now is someone who's no stranger to the harsh reality of nomination day. Science, everybody! Hey, Science. Yeah. So, Orla and Kamal, what do we think?
What am I thinking on those 2 right there who's just gone up for nomination, eviction? Ooh. Well, to me, I reckon that basically Orla may go this week.
Do you think she'll go this week?
Definitely.
It's tricky, though, because we all sat here last week and most people were saying, you know, I'm not saying this because you're here, but most people were saying Orla will probably go last week. So
yeah, but if you didn't see Dermot, yeah, there was not one shed of a tear drop.
Yeah.
And she did say that she wanted to go.
Yeah.
And she was really upset about...
Do you think this week could be her week, then?
Yeah, definitely.
What's it like when you're sat there? Because this is the first year when you hear someone's name called and no one really says anything. When you hear someone's name called, if you don't like that person, people just stay still, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They just totally stay quiet, and then all eyes is on the 2 people that are up, and it's just like tension in the room that you could cut with a knife.
Sure. And I always ask this question, but what's it like from the minute you hear your name through to eviction day? Do you enjoy those days, or is it, is it awkward, or is it a pain? Or?
Well, when I was there, I just used to try and make the most of it. Like, if I was up for eviction, I'd still try to find a way to enjoy myself or to stimulate my mind. But obviously, it's hard for the certain reasons that happen when you have to endure that last week, if that's what it may be for you.
Sure.
So that's
okay,
just what it
brilliant.
was.
More from science later on. So for the first time this series, the housemates are nominated who they want to save from the public vote. We can only presume the housemates nominations were full of warm words and fuzzy compliments. How very odd. With that in mind, today's Cool BBLB is quite simply, if you were a housemate, who would you nominate to save and why? Here's how to get in touch. It's going to be a crazy old couple of days, isn't it? Now that Saskia and Maxwell have left the house, it doesn't mean all the love has gone. No, 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 no. Here to take a peek into the hearts of the housemates is relationship expert and friend of the show, Jenny Trent-Hughes, everybody. Jenny, do you think positive nominations will help the group get on? That's what I want to ask you first.
I doubt it. I think these people are all beyond hope as far as getting on. I was watching the live feed today, and they've now started to talk badly about each other in front of each other.
That's a Big Brother first.
Yes, I think so.
And how do you think Kamal and Orla will handle eviction? I think Kamal might struggle this week.
I mean, Kamal might struggle, but I don't think that he thinks he's going anywhere. And plus, Orla now gets to start exfoliating, buffing, and fake tanning again.
OK, now we get to the real meat of the interview, everybody. One of the main ongoing stories is that the relationship between Anthony and Craig. I wanted to have you on for weeks to talk about this. Let's remind ourselves of the story so far.
They put you on here as for me.
You can't say that.
The thing is, Big Brother, Anthony's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh, no, I feel I need a cuddle. This time I need a cuddle.
When you spend 24 hours a day with somebody, 7 days a week, you are intense. Imagine when you're not with them, the feeling of not being with them will eat you alive.
Move that hand. I'm not a pussy. I'm not a piece of meat. I've got feelings.
Fucking grip.
Oops.
At the end of the day, Big Brother, I'm only human. I don't want to have feelings for people, but I can't help it if I do.
I'm a man. I've had feelings for other men, platonically. I know what unrequited love feels like. Is that your take on it? Is this unrequited love?
Well, it depends on how you define love. I would say that Craig's take on the situation is probably slightly different than Anthony's take on the situation.
OK, what's Craig's take on the situation? What's Anthony's then, do you think?
I think that Craig is physically attracted to Anthony and might want to spend some quality time on his own away from the cameras with him.
Anthony really does like Craig as a friend, doesn't he?
I think Anthony
does.
Absolutely, because, you know, things, especially where Anthony comes from, things are very cut and dried. There's men and women, and there's your mates.
Yeah.
And he has said repeatedly that he's never even been friends with a woman. And I would suspect that women that he's been out with in the past, been in love with, he hasn't been friends with them. So his relationship with Craig is something different than he's ever had before. Craig is a male, but yet it's a much softer, kinder friendship than he's used to.
OK. Things seemed to come to a head the other night when Craig kissed Orla, kind of like really did lunge at her in a kind of tonguey way at the party. Was that just to keep Anthony jealous?
Oh, that was absolutely.
It didn't work.
I mean, you know, I was watching it and it was, look at me, look at what I'm about to do now, and then boom, sort of sticking his tongue down her throat.
What, is that a wise thing to do?
Well, of course it's not. You know, that kind of thing never works anyway. And also you run the danger of, what if Orla likes it?
Yeah. She didn't seem to mind it. Now, also, and this, for me, is worse, because Craig kind of slapped Anthony. Well, he didn't kind of slap Anthony. Gave Anthony a big slap in the diary room. He said because he's protecting Anthony from Makosi, but Makosi at that time wasn't doing anything. So what was that all about?
No, but you have to remember that Craig possibly has a lot of stored hostility towards Makosi, because she has...
She's had quality time with Anthony.
Yes, thank you. She's been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, and he hasn't. So it's kind of a rivalry, and also, you know, Craig is afraid that Anthony might go back there again, which would absolutely push Craig over the edge.
Thing is, we've all been in this situation with someone we really like, who likes us as a friend, but, you know, we want to take it further. So with that in mind, what advice would you give to both of the boys for the next 3 weeks? Craig first.
Well, I think that I don't think that there's anything you could say to Craig. Craig needs to calm down because his persistency is annoying and distressing, and he's going to end up losing the friendship if he doesn't stop it.
So what can he do?
Calm down.
How?
You know, which I actually don't think that he can. Well, for one thing, if he would only listen to what Anthony is saying to him, which is usually the biggest problem in relationships, where one person is saying something and the other one is just not listening because what's being said isn't what they want to hear. Anthony has said no, 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 no.
No, but to be fair, when they're in, a couple of weeks ago in the diary room, I saw Anthony put his leg across Craig. Now, you know, for a young man like Craig, that must be hell.
Well, I think that some of the shenanigans in the pool as well are, you know, are quite interesting. But, you know, every time I come on here, you give me a hug and you give me a kiss, but I know that's as far as we're ever going to go.
The minute that finishes, you get in that pool. I'll show you shenanigans. And,
I deserve that.
And what would you say to Anthony? I mean, what should he do?
Well, Anthony, I think, is very, very clever. I think that he's not as green as cabbage-looking, whatever, you know, as we think. And
really?
Oh yeah, because what he's going to do is, I think Anthony's going to be what I always call the sweep-up winner, where he's swept up Maxwell's votes. When Craig leaves, because Craig will leave shortly, he's going to sweep up his votes. You
think?
Oh yeah, and so if he stays down the middle and acts just the way that he is, it'll be fine.
Interesting thoughts. Jenny Trent Hughes, everybody. Thank you, Jenny, as always. She's going to be joining us for Cool BBLB. And join us after the break when author Marion Keyes will be here to assess the housemates' creative writing skills. But first, here's science waxing lyrical. We wouldn't have it any other way. We'll see you in 3.
Citizen science. Power to the people! If you're going to have to ask me, I'd have to tell you education is the key. So listen up real good and listen close. Be good in school, do well in school. Don't be the class clown and don't be no fool. And please don't try to break no rules. Use your mind as a tool and aim for your ambitions and you will get to your destiny. I'm telling you. Peace.
Very nice of them. Welcome back to Big Brother Silver. The time is 5:43. It's day 61, and it will be all day still to come. I'm going to be chatting to Marion Keyes, everybody. But first, it's science. Now then, science, I want to just talk very, very briefly about tasks. What was your favourite task?
My favourite task was being Captain Science.
Well, that was the thing, because very early on, you really, really got into the tasks.
I did.
And then what happened? Because the whole house has been rubbish with tasks for the last couple of weeks.
I know, well, basically, I reckon that it's not that the task, nothing to do with the tasks, and everybody does love doing the tasks, it's just that there's not enough of team spirit going on there.
You've got to work together through those tasks.
Definitely have to work together.
Now, we loved your efforts in the Big Brother Games, because you rose above your ability there. You're not a natural swimmer, are you?
No, I'm not. Actually, I had a bit of a phobia of being, like, underwaterish, you know what I mean? But I conquered them fears. And
well, good. Well, would you like to learn how to conquer them even more?
In what way are you talking about?
Well, we got a call from Mr. Duncan Goodhue. We've got a picture of Duncan up there right now. That's after we called him. That's why he was so happy.
OK.
He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's offered to teach you to swim after the show. How about that?
Well, Duncan Goodhue?
Yeah, he's there. Another picture of Duncan. We have to pay for it again. No, yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy that was in the Olympics and that.
Absolutely, yeah. He can swim.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm down. I'm down, man.
Thank you very much, Science. We're going to be whisking you off to a lovely hotel where you can learn how to swim with Duncan Goodhue, and we'll show the results later on the show. How about that?
Easy.
Easy indeed. Thank you very much, Science. More from later on. But now it's Marion Keyes, everybody. Oh, lovely Marion.
Hello, darling. Lovely to see you.
Marion, we were so happy you're coming back on the show. You came on last year and you never stopped talking.
Oh,
so
OK. I can do the same again.
Take a deep breath.
Right.
And off we go. What do you think of this year's housemates?
Above and beyond. I mean, absolutely amazing. You know, they've really raised their game because, I mean, they're so tough. I mean, do you remember the days like when people used to go into the diary room to nominate and it was like pulling teeth to get them to give their reasons? You know, all they used to say was like, I don't feel like I've bonded with them as much as I have with the rest of the group. Now, I mean, they're breaking down the door in their haste to slag the person person off and to destroy their character.
But now it's almost like their therapy, I imagine, isn't it? It's almost like now I can get it. I mean, not that they're not saying these
to their
things
face
for the
as
faces,
well.
but
Yeah.
now I can really get it off the chest. Okay,
Yes.
your most interesting character this year.
My most interesting character, and this doesn't mean that I necessarily like him, is Derek. I mean, what's the story? What's with the accent? How come he seems to have no friends and family? Why does his housekeeper have to come on a Friday to speak on his behalf? What's with his clothes? He looks like he's just walked off a catwalk. They kind of shimmer with strange newness. There's something really weird going on with that guy. He never seems to get hungry. I've only seen him get narky once. You know,
See, it's brilliant.
It's too. Why does he like Margaret Thatcher? Do you know?
I know.
It's too weird.
I'd love to have the
weird.
answer to any of those questions,
Yes, so
but I
would
don't.
I.
Other than the fact that we enjoy Zita, his housekeeper, coming on. She
Yes,
always takes
she
a
seems
good
like a
selection of
lovely
Barbara
woman.
Streisand
Yes,
CDs.
yes.
Now, what about your opinions? Have they changed over the weeks with anyone?
They've changed with absolutely everybody. I mean, that's the great thing about them this year. It has been a real roller coaster. But I think the person that I've changed my opinion about most is Maloko. Because when she came in first, I just thought she is so fabulous. I love her. I love her look. I love her feistiness. I love her fearlessness. And now I'm afraid I would have to say that, in my opinion, she is the... she's evil incarnate, do you know?
Evil incarnate.
Yeah.
She is the...
you know the
evil
word,
incarnate.
you know the phrase.
Why is it you don't like her?
I mean, she manipulates everybody. It's all about her. But for me, the thing that upset me most was the way she turned on Kamal. I mean, Kamal has been such a good friend to her. He was so supportive all through her pregnancy. And then look what happened. She had to, when he had to choose between her and Vanessa, and he picked her. And you know, it was obvious Vanessa was going to go anyway. She has never forgiven him. And talk about holding a grudge. And then she's in the diary room going, I hate the little man, you know, I hate him. And then the way she went on about poor Orla's pager. You know, why didn't she get a pager? It was like the Cherry Tango episode all over again, you know?
Now then, in honour of your literary genius, we'd like to give your opinion on the housemates' creative capabilities.
Oh, excellent.
Before the housemates enter the house, we asked them each to write a poem, OK? Science is on hand to perform 3 of the poems over there to give the housemates efforts. We'd like you to give your critique on each one and guess the author, OK?
Oh, OK. Thank you.
OK, Science, over to you with the first one.
So without further ado, we're about to see who's who.
Excellent.
Here I sit in the house of Big Brother, excited, delighted and somewhat confused. My mind is in turmoil, I'm totally bemused. Will I sparkle and shine, fame and fortune be mine? Who cannot see the outcome and give me an answer? Neither you nor I or even Big Brother.
Oh, lovely. Gorgeous. Okay,
Beautiful, very, very
Firstly,
moving.
what do we think
Yes.
of the poem?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful use of rhythm, you know, kind of the off rhythm. Lovely 3-syllable words, several of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely a very, very impressive attempt.
So, who do you think it is in the house?
They talked about fame and sparkling, and it wouldn't be Anthony, would it?
Let's see if you're right.
Oh, let's have a look. It was the Dark Deceiver himself.
I should have known from the 3-syllable words.
Okay.
Yes.
OK, you're 0 for 3 at the moment. Science, the second poem, please.
Sun is shining, cloud overhead. Rain start falling, thinning forms in my head. What will happen in the house?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's short.
It's short.
Short. Brevity can be nice, though.
Yeah, it can be.
Yes, short. Somebody who... Craig?
Is it
Not
Craig?
too many words. Is that mean?
We'll have a look.
All
have a
right.
look.
OK.
Eugene!
Oh, my God.
Eugene.
I'm mortified.
Of
I've
course
done
you
so
are.
badly.
Do you like Eugene?
I love Eugene. I want Eugene to win, I think. The geek shall inherit the earth. And wouldn't it be great? You know, he's a dote. He's kind-hearted.
OK, Science, here's the last one. Go for it.
Last but not least, I look at the sun from afar and make a wish upon a star. To be a success in my life someday, I had a will without a way. Then out the blue, there came a day. My destiny ain't far away. I always knew it would be this way. What will be is all I can say.
Lovely.
Excellent rhyming.
Yep.
Absolutely, and very impressive rhyming. But I'm so bad at this stage, I'm afraid to guess.
Think closer to home.
Closer to home. Would it be Orla?
No, closer to home.
Oh, closer to my home, no.
No, not closer to your home. Closer to our home now in the studio.
Our home. God, I'm really not getting it at all. Is it science?
Well, let's have a look, love.
Yeah.
Find out, yeah? it's me!
Thank you for the hint.
No problem at all. Marion, everybody, come on.
Thank you, Science. Nice.
OK, it's time for today's Cool BBLB. Science and Jenny, come in, please, if you would. Lovely. Which was, if you were a housemate, who would you nominate to save and why? Let's go straight to the phones. David in Stockport. Hello, David.
Hi, Dermot.
Go for it, David. How you doing? You all right?
Not too bad, thanks. And yourself? Makosi, but only if she gets another task to stretch her. She's been bored, the poor girl. I think we need to see some more of the old Makosi who thinks on her feet and she's adept and she can entertain herself and she can entertain us.
David, do you think Makosi deserves being saved?
Not really. I think she's been a bit too nasty, but I think if McCall left her alone a little bit, she would be more entertaining and go back to her old self.
OK. Would you vote? Would you have voted to save Makosi?
For Maloko?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have.
Probably would have?
No, I wouldn't have, because I would have needed someone to plait my hair still, innit, if I was still there, so... Honestly.
So you want her still in the house, yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't kick her out now, because we need to see what's going to happen with Maloko and Kamal. Yeah. Because there's going to be a grand finale, there's going to be some type of standoff.
I mean, in terms of a housemate, she's one of the greats, isn't she?
She is. You may not love her.
She is.
So you want to keep her in
I mean, I go up and down. Wanted her to win, wanted her to implode, now want her to win again. I don't know.
Do you think she can win? Because, you know, after the whole kind of last couple of weeks, a lot of people say, you know...
It depends on what Anthony and Craig do.
Between now and then?
Yep.
OK, Stephanie in Staines. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, Dermot.
Who would you vote to save and why, Stephanie?
Well, it's got to be Eugene. I think his geeky awkwardness is endearing. He came into the show late, which doesn't generally do a housemate any favours, but has climatised well and gets on well with his fellow housemates. And his anecdotes and take on life are entertaining. He's a bit of a John Tiggle.
What do you think of you? You obviously love Eugene. Think Eugene's got what it takes to get through to the Final Four? Do you think?
I reckon it does, because he's not like a type of malicious person. He's not. He ain't got no cruel intentions.
Do you think he can win?
No. I liked Eugene until he turned on Science, and that lost him for me.
Woof! OK, that's all we've got time for today. Thanks to all the callers. Thanks to Science, Jenny and Marion, everybody. Nominations uncut tonight, E4 7:30. Main shows on 10 o'clock on Channel 4. We're back tomorrow at 5:25. You know it.